real mental workout because today we're going to put your brain to the ultimate test. We've got a whole bunch of riddles designed to push your observation, your logic, and even your creative thinking. So let's see just how sharp you really are. All right, so here's the deal. We've got 3 rounds lined up, and each one is going to target a different part of your brain. The big question is, do you think you can solve them all? Well, there's only one way to find out. Okay, let's kick things off with round 1, observation puzzles. This one is all about, you guessed it, observation. The answers are literally hiding in plain sight, so you've got to pay super close attention to every little detail. Think you've got eagle eyes? Let's find out. So take a look at these two. On one side, you've got a girl getting acupuncture. On the other, a girl who's water skiing. But wait, look closer. She's doing it in socks and only holding on with one hand. Yikes. So go ahead and pause if you need a second, but who do you think is in real, immediate danger here? Did you guess the water skier? If you did, you nailed it. I mean, acupuncture, yeah, it looks pretty intense, right? But it's a totally controlled procedure. Now, water skiing in socks with only one hand, that is a recipe for disaster. She has practically zero grip and could take a massive wipeout at any second. All right, next up, we've got a little mystery on our hands. We're in a science lab, a beaker just shattered, and one of these 3 students is the reason why. So we've got the student leaning on the counter, the one talking with her hands, and the one just kind of watching. Take a really good look. Who's the culprit? It was the girl with the rings. Yeah, the one leaning on the counter. Total red herring. See, as the other girl was talking and gesturing, her rings kept tapping against the beaker. Just little taps, but over and over again they created these tiny micro fissures in the glass, making it weaker and weaker until, bam! It's a perfect example of how small things can lead to big problems. Okay, let's talk about Bob the intern. His boss is having this super top secret conversation right near his desk. The very next day, guess what? The secret's out. Bob's defense? He swears he couldn't hear a thing because he had his trusty headphones on. The question for you is Bob telling the truth?
Oh, he is absolutely lying, and the proof is right there if you look closely. Check out his headphones. The power level is at 0%. They weren't even on. He heard every single word. Busted, Bob. Case closed.
All right, hope you're warmed up because it's time for round 2, classic word riddles. This is going to be fast, a real quick fire round, so I want you to think fast. You ready? Let's do this. Okay, here's the first one. What has a thumb and 4 fingers, but is not a hand? The answer? A glove. Easy, right? Let's keep the momentum going. All right, riddle number 2 for you. What has many teeth, but cannot bite? It's a comb. Of course, you're on a roll. Okay, one more for this round. And for the final riddle in this round, this one is a bit of a play on words. What kind of cup doesn't hold water? A cupcake? Nice job. I hope you're feeling good because now it's time for our final and maybe the most challenging round of them all. And here we are, the final round, matchstick puzzles. This is where we're really going to test your spatial reasoning. It's all about thinking outside the box, or, outside the matchstick house in this case. So here's the setup. We have a little house made of matchsticks. Your challenge, should you choose to accept it, is to make this house face the complete opposite direction. The catch? You can only move 2 matchsticks. Go ahead and pause right here, give it a think. Okay, ready for the solution? It's actually so clever. All you do is take the 2 matches that form the peak of the roof and you just move them down to the other side of the base. And just like that, the house is facing the other way. It's all about looking at the problem from a different angle. Okay, this is it, the final puzzle of the day. We've got a cup made of matchsticks, and inside, there's an ice cube. Your mission is to get that ice cube outside of the cup. The rules, you can only move 2 matchsticks, and the cup still has to look like a cup when you're done. So what's the trick? Well, first you take that horizontal match at the bottom and you slide it over to the side. Then you take one of the vertical matches forming the side and move it to the top. And voila! The cup is now upside down and the ice cube is on the outside. That is some seriously brilliant lateral thinking right there. This really brings to mind a great quote. It really captures the whole point of these kinds of puzzles. It's not just about finding the answer. It's about the fun of questioning things, of exploring different possibilities, and just staying curious. And that's it. You made it through. Seriously, great job today.
From spotting tiny details to solving wordplay and literally rearranging shapes in your mind, you have given your brain a fantastic workout. So that brings our brain-boosting challenge to a close. I'm honestly curious, which puzzle got you? Which one stumped you the most? Was it Bob the lying intern, that tricky matchstick cup, or maybe one of the classic word riddles?